Understanding the military power of each country is a key factor in comprehending global politics and assessing potential conflicts. Modern armies strive to enhance their combat readiness and military potential to ensure national security and protect the interests of their country. The military potential of each country is of undeniable interest to the international community, as armed forces are an integral part of national security. Global rankings can change over time, as each country constantly evolves, modernizes its armed forces, and invests significant resources in weapons, technology, and military infrastructure. In this video, we will explore the top 5 most powerful armies in the world in 2023. United Kingdom. Number of military personnel. Total, 231,000. Active, 194,000. Aviation. Total aircraft, 663 units. Fighters interceptors, 119 units. Helicopters, 233 units. Naval forces. Naval vessels, 73 units. Submarines, 10 units. Ground forces. Tanks, 227 units. Artillery, including rocket launchers, 244 units. Defense budget, $50.2 billion. Known for its centuries-old traditions and cultural heritage, the United Kingdom is also one of the most advanced countries globally in terms of technology and military power. The UK possesses one of the most powerful armies globally, representing a balanced combination of advanced technologies, highly trained soldiers, and traditional military methods. The UK is a world leader in the development and use of aerial, ground, and naval drones for reconnaissance, observation, and attack, integral components of modern military strategy. The country places special emphasis on cybersecurity development, with dedicated units in the army focused on defending against cyber attacks. The UK actively works on developing and improving electronic warfare systems that neutralize enemy radars, satellite communication systems, and other electronic devices. Despite its advanced technologies, the UK also maintains its traditions and adheres to classical military methods, boasting one of the most renowned military academies, the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, where future officers are trained. The UK actively participates in international military operations, with its army constantly gaining combat experience, adapting to new challenges and threats. These factors make the United Kingdom one of the most influential and powerful armies globally, combining cutting-edge technologies with centuries-old military traditions. India. Number of military personnel. Total, 5,132,000. Active, 1,450,000. Aviation. Total aircraft, 2,210 units. Fighters interceptors, 577 units. Helicopters, 807 units. Naval forces. Naval vessels, 295 units. Submarines, 18 units. Ground forces. Tanks, 4,614 units. Artillery, including rocket launchers, 4,911 units. Defense budget, $54.2 billion. In recent years, the Indian Army has rapidly increased its power and is considered one of the strongest globally. India possesses an impressive military potential, various types of weapons and military technology, and a large number of military personnel. Key factors contributing to the growth of army strength include: large population. India is the second most populous country globally, allowing it to mobilize a significant number of people for military service. Industrial base. The country has a developed military-industrial complex, enabling it to independently produce various types of weapons and military technology. Technological progress. India actively develops its own military technical sphere and integrates new technologies into its army. Geopolitical position. India's location in South Asia gives it strategic importance, making it a key player in the region. A large military budget allows India to acquire modern weapons and equipment. Military exercises and cooperation with other countries also play a crucial role in the development of the Indian Army. With a vast number of military personnel and diverse military technology, including tanks, warships, military aircraft, and missile systems, India is rapidly increasing its military potential and continues to strengthen its position on the world stage. China. Number of military personnel. Total, 3,135,000. Active, 2 million. Aviation. Total aircraft, 3,166 units. Fighters interceptors, 1,199 units. Helicopters, 913 units. Naval forces. Naval vessels, 730 units. Submarines, 78 units. Ground forces. Tanks, 4,950 units. Artillery, including rocket launchers, 7,374 units. Defense budget, $230 billion. China ranks third in the ranking of the world's most powerful armies, and its global influence keeps getting stronger. The Chinese army is the largest in the world in terms of personnel, comprising over 2 million active-duty soldiers and approximately 2 million reservists. Additionally, the Chinese army possesses a vast array of diverse military technology, including tanks, aerospace forces, a navy, and various other types of weaponry. China actively develops its military presence on the international stage, increasing defense spending and modernizing its army. The country conducts significant military exercises, regularly participates in international operations, and continues to develop its own military technology. A crucial factor in China's global position is its economic strength. As the world's largest economy, China has significant resources for the development of its military. This allows the country to actively invest in research and development of new weapons, as well as provide its military personnel with modern equipment. Thus, China continues to strengthen its position on the world stage, relying on a powerful army, the development of its military forces, and economic might. Russia. Number of military personnel. Total, 1,330,900. Active, 830,900. Aviation. Total aircraft, 4,183 units. Fighters interceptors, 773 units. Helicopters, 1,531 units. Naval forces. Naval vessels, 605 units. Submarines, 70 units. Ground forces. Tanks, 12,566 units. Artillery, including rocket launchers, 14,798 units. Defense budget, $82.6 billion. At the beginning of the armed conflict in Ukraine, the Russian army did not showcase its capabilities in the best light. However, conclusions were drawn, and corresponding measures were taken by the top military leadership. Russia remains one of the leading countries globally in terms of military power, possessing significant military potential that is continuously evolving and modernizing. Russia boasts the world's largest nuclear arsenal and is among the 5 countries with a nuclear triad. Its strategic nuclear arsenal includes submarines, land-based missile carriers, and nuclear bombers. Additionally, Russia is the only country in the world with hypersonic missiles, against which any air defense means are powerless. Russian ground forces and aerospace forces comprise a significant number of military personnel and possess a wide array of modern weaponry and equipment. Russia also maintains powerful naval forces, second only to the United States. Russia actively engages in research and development of military technology, including new tank models, infantry fighting vehicles, missile systems, and other types of weaponry. The preservation of Russia's military potential is a crucial component of its political and military strategy. Russia continues to improve its weaponry, strengthen its army, and develop new technologies. Continuous participation in armed conflicts makes the Russian army one of the most combat-ready. United States. Number of military personnel. Total, 1,832,000. Active, 1,390,000. Aviation. Total aircraft, 13,300 units. Fighters interceptors, 1,914 units. Helicopters, 5,584 units. Naval forces. Naval vessels, 484 units. Submarines, 68 units. Ground forces. Tanks, 5,500 units. Artillery, including rocket launchers, 4,055 units. Defense budget, $761 billion. It's not surprising that the country with the world's largest defense budget possesses the strongest army globally. The U.S. Armed Forces have everything to rightfully be called the strongest army, with a large number of military personnel, abundant modern military technology, and advanced technologies. The U.S. forces include ground forces, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and the Space Force. Each of these components has a well-organized structure and possesses its own strengths. The U.S. ground forces are one of the largest and most developed armies globally, with a significant number of soldiers specializing in various military fields. U.S. military personnel undergo rigorous training and excel in different areas of military operations. The U.S. Navy is the most powerful in the world, with a vast number of military ships, aircraft carriers, and submarines. The U.S. Navy is also known for its superior organization and high technological capability. The U.S. Air Force is the strongest and most advanced air force globally, featuring numerous modern high-tech fighters, bombers, and unmanned aerial vehicles. The U.S. Air Force plays a crucial role in supporting and defending U.S. territory and interests abroad. The Marine Corps of the U.S. is an elite military unit actively utilized on the international stage, specializing in amphibious operations and conducting complex combat actions on land and along coastlines. The U.S. Space Force, established relatively recently, has already solidified its position in the ranking of the world's strongest armies. It is responsible for utilizing space for military purposes, providing satellite reconnaissance, communication, and navigation. Overall, the U.S. Army possesses immense military potential and is considered the most powerful globally. With its diverse organization, modern technology, and high level of training, it can effectively respond to various threats and protect U.S. interests, both domestically and internationally.